Now let's learn about object transformation. Here we'll be using the Properties panel. The Properties panel allows you to adjust a variety of settings related to 3D creation. Let's select the cube and modify the transform values in the Object Properties tab. First, try dragging the value for the X position. You'll see that the cube moves along the X-axis accordingly. You can also click and type in an exact value if you prefer. At this point, you can even enter a unit of measurement along with the number. Blender will automatically convert it to meters. Rotation and scale allow you to rotate and resize the object. If you want to change the unit of measurement, go to the Scene Properties tab and adjust the length setting. By default, Blender uses meters, but you should change it based on the size of the objects you're modeling. Next, take a look at the 3 input fields lined up together. If you click and drag from top to bottom, you can enter values for all 3 at once. If you leave the field blank and confirm, or if you hover your cursor over the input field and press the backspace key, the value will reset to its default. This is useful when you don't want to manually reset values one by one. Now, let's try transforming the object directly in the 3D viewport. To move an object, press G. To rotate, press R. If you press R twice, you can freely rotate the object. To scale the object, press S. While transforming, you can confirm the action by left-clicking or cancel it by right-clicking. If you hold Shift while transforming, the movement will slow down, allowing for finer adjustments. If you want to reset the transformations, go to the Object menu, then Clear, and select the action you want. There are also shortcut keys assigned to these actions, so try to remember them little by little as you work. You can also constrain transformations to a specific axis. For example, after pressing the Transform shortcut, press X to move along the X-axis, Y for the Y-axis, and so on. If you hold Shift while pressing an axis key, the transformation will be applied to all axes except that one. For instance, if you press G, then Shift Z, the object will move only along the XY plane. This works for rotation and scaling as well. If you want to undo an action, press Ctrl Z. Pressing it multiple times will undo several actions in a row. If you want to redo an action, press Shift Ctrl Z. This allows you to move forward again after undoing an action. Now let's take a look at the tools related to transformation in the toolbar. If you expand the toolbar, you'll find tools like the Move tool and Transform tool, which allow you to perform the same transformations we just covered. When you select one of these tools, a gizmo will appear, making it easier to manipulate objects intuitively. Personally, I use the gizmo a lot when transforming objects. Once you get used to it, it's a really handy tool, so I recommend trying it out. Lastly, the Transform tool combines the Move, Rotate, and Scale tools into one. Since the gizmo for this tool is a bit more complex, it's best to use it depending on the situation.